Hello, how are you? I am in the house of Crazy Town right now. Can you hear this? Because it is dinner time. So it is the house of Crazy Town. And the thing is that I have to warm up their chicken and rice. But then it's so hot that I don't want their little tongues to burn that I have to put it in the freezer for a little bit. See, Alex got this aroma rice cooker and crock pot. He made all this rice and stuff in there. So, I cooked it up today. I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna warm it up because that's what he made them all for. Right, Pee-Pee? Pee-Pee said, I'm so hungry, Dad. So, did the dishes, did not unload the dishwasher yet. So, they're ready to eat their dinner. They've been running around like crazy people. Haven't ya? Come here. You want to say hi to everybody? He said, hello, it's dinner time, and I'm very hungry. Are you hungry? Can I have a kiss? He said, I want my chicken and rice. Can I have a kiss? Okay. Let's have chicken and rice. And everything nice. Okay, it's cooled down. I know. Looks delicious. Pee-Pee's trying to jump up on the counter because he's so hungry. Honey, it's still hot. I know. They love this so much. Okay. Did you hear this? What? Okay. Hold on just 1 second, please, okay? Maybe here's yours, honey. There you go. Let's go take Boo and Tucker theirs. All right, Tucker, come here, honey. Here's yours. Here you go, Bradley. Ah. Whew. So dinner has been served. I was wearing this hat earlier, but I've had it sitting in this chair with this thing on it, and now it's like, look at that. What is going on? So I just took it off. I was like, whatever. I'm gonna put you up in this cabinet for a second while I'm cleaning this stuff off. Oh, the plant that I watered. Let's go back over here. Okay. Anything in the light you can. So, I got up today, did my prayers and my meditations. I did not do a face mask. Didn't feel like it this morning. Took the dogs out, gave Pee-Pee medicine. Got centered for the day. It was nice. And we've just been kind of running around doing stuff all day. And here, Pee-Pee, you want a little bit more rice, honey? Or I've been running around doing some errands today. It's been nice. It's been calm. Yesterday I cleaned all these kitchen counters off. Here you go, sweetie. Here's a little bit more rice. Just filmed 2 videos. Did I say this already? Yesterday I forgot to post my Peterisms video. So this is the apple cider Mrs. Meyer's cleaner. So today I deleted it. So today I refilmed it. Yeah. Because I love the meditation that was yesterday in this Balance for a New Day or whatever it's called, meditation book. I don't know what it's called. And that video I need to go render right now. The video for my Peter Monn channel was kind of emotional for me to make. It was about Manny MUA's newest video that he posted. I don't know why it was emotional for me, but it just was. And okay, hold on a second. But you're sitting actually right now on a pumpkin candle. So I did that video. And now I am rendering my Peterisms video. And I'm not doing a booktube video today. Because next week, for Spookathon, which starts on Sunday, I will be vlogging every day or doing a video every day over there. I do want to say this, that the book, Peter's Book Club, the live stream for Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and Devil in the White City is this upcoming Saturday at 4 o'clock. So if you want to come and be part of that, please do. Hold on a second. I'm cutting off the beginning of my video. Hey guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my... Hey guys. This is about as extensive editing as I do. And I wanted to do my review channel today, but it was like so rainy. And then I wanted to do I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. I wanted to do part of it outside, and it was like pouring down rain earlier. Tomorrow it's supposed to be much cooler, but I don't know what the weather is going to be like. Okay. Just gonna leave this here while it renders. Okay, so anyway, so tomorrow the weather is supposed to be much cooler. How is my video coming along? 28% uploaded. And like 57, 60 I think it's supposed to be tomorrow. I'm ready for it, honestly. And my eye itches, I don't know why. Yeah, it really did turn into being a beautiful day outside. It was pouring down rain earlier. And I had this video that this review video that I wanted to do, and I was gonna see if Melissa wanted to help me. I think they're actually going out of town. I don't know what day they're going out of town. So, I gotta talk to her about that. But, because I was gonna see if I could film it at her house and then she could help me with it. I'm like, oh, like this. I was gonna ask her if I could film it at her house and that she could help me with it. Tucker, did you eat dinner already, sweetie? Was it good? He said, it was delicious, Dad. If you've ever read, what was the book about the octopus? It was the dog book. It was so great. But whenever the dog is sick in there, he gives, I can't remember what her name is, Lily and the Octopus. Oh my God, that book is so great. Have you ever read it? Well, whenever Lily is sick, she gets to eat chicken and rice, and she loves chicken and rice. So anytime like I make them chicken and rice, I always think of Lily and the Octopus. Such a great book. Those dog books, though, God, they're always so sad, aren't they? So last night I finished Dancing Queen, Alyssa Edwards show on Netflix, and I watched another episode of Walking Dead. That I loved. Like, a lot of people are saying they don't really care for it, but I loved that Dancing Queen documentary. I thought, like, it was eight episodes. I thought it was fantastically done. The kind of like the dancing music video parts in it I thought were kind of corny, but other than that, I loved it. I thought it was so well done, and it shows so much of his life. It like talks about the family part, and it talks about like the Dance Moms part, which I love because of course I love that show Dance Moms, so it's kind of very similar to that. It showed a lot of the kids and their just passion for dancing. It showed his passion for dancing. It showed like the moms and their investment in all of it. It showed like all of his family stuff. It showed his drag stuff and how he's built his drag career. I just thought it was really interesting. I thought they got a lot done. It showed his whole friend group and all of that, and him wanting to like celebrate holidays, and that was a really cool part of it, and putting together a one-person show and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know, I just thought it was really well done. But it leaves on the, like, it's a cliffhanger at the end that you're like, okay, is there gonna be a season 2? And there has to be like a season 2, because, you know. Pee-pee, was that good, honey? Look at this. Pee-pee, was that delicious? You want it up here? Come on. Come on, sweetie. Come sit in Dad's lap. Look at this little guy. Yeah. Boo Radley. Come on up here, Boo Radley. He won't sit down at the end of the couch. He'll want to come up here with me and watch. You ready? Come on, Boo. Come on, honey. He's like, I'm not sure I want to yet. I'm still adventuring on the floor. The leaves have not, like, they started changing when it was like a little colder on some of the nights, and now it's kind of like, it's like golden outside. That's because of the sunshine. But it's like most of the leaves have not changed yet. It'll get like real cold. Oh, Boo Radley just came up here. Didn't you, Boob? He said, yep. He's licking Pee-Pee. Look, Pee-Pee's back over here. Oh, now he's licking my knee. What is it, Boo? Are you giving me kisses? He said, yep, Dad, I am. Okay, so let me just tell you, the last time I was sitting in this chair, I said that they were going to get baths and grooms this week. Here comes Tucker. He's going to come up here too. So the other night when I was with Tanya, I said I need to book Boo and Tucker in for baths, and I need them groomed and bathed, or babe. I need them to have baths and grooms. And I said, and then Pee-Pee, I need him to have a bath and a nail trim. They all three need nail trims. And Tanya's like, well, because she was gone for 10 days, we're booked out till the end of October. I said, are you kidding me? She was like, no. And I said, oh. I said, well, let me see if I can get him in somewhere else. And if I can't, then I guess I'm just going to have to wait for that. She's like, you better get him on the books now, because her groomer only works like, I think, 2 or 3 days a week. So that's also why. Alex always notices all of Pee-Pee's little white hairs on his head. Here, I'll show you. Well, Boo Radley's wanting to get right in the middle of all this, so I can't really show you right now. But, like, do you see this? He's got, like, these little white hairs. But, like, look at that. Hello. Hi. You guys, I was going to say addicted. I'm obsessed with that YouTube channel called Nick and Poncho. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's this guy and his chihuahua. They are so sweet. Like, this little dog is so cute and reminds me of Pee-Pee a lot. So, but look, I'm petting his little paw. He's so sweet. And then this one over here, wanting to give kisses 24 hours a day. You just love to give kisses, don't you, Boo Radley? But I was like, she only comes in like 3 days a week, 2 or 3 days a week. So I was like, oh my God. She's like, well, if we have any cancellations, we can get you in. I go, yeah, let me know at a moment's notice. She's like, well, your dogs are real easy to do. So, did you hear that, Boo? They're all very well behaved when they get baths. Yes. They're all very well behaved. And then they like to get their bandanas. Boo Radley? I don't know that Pee-Pee's going to want you, like, up on him that much. Okay. Boo Radley is now laying on Pee-Pee. You would think, like, they wouldn't get along that well, but, like, all three of them get along so well, it's crazy. What is it? What are you doing, honey? And then this little guy right here. Hello. I'm ready for my close-up. What are you doing, Tucker? Come here, sweetie. I just love the dog so much. Anyway, yeah. You guys pretty much run this house. This is your house, isn't it? Yep, sure is. Anyway, I'm getting ready to go get something to eat. I'm not really sure what I want yet. That soup last night from Whole Foods was really good with that cornbread. I might get some more of that. Cornbread, I love cornbread. So, I might go do that. And, I don't really have anything else to do tonight. Alex should be, I can't even see what time it is. 6:17? 6:27? I can't tell. 28 just turned. But he'll be home before too long, unless he goes out to dinner with his friend that he works with, because they usually do that on Wednesday nights. But he didn't say anything about it, so I don't know. He might just be coming home. Anyway, you guys, well, I will be back in just a little while. Hello. Okay. When I was like finishing up before, when I was on the couch, I just said something that but I meant to say bye and I didn't say bye, so it was like real corny. But anyway, I am on my way to go to Whole Foods. I want some more soup, maybe tomato basil soup, or they have like the best cornbread, and it's like jalapeno cornbread. Or I want vegetarian chili. Because it's kind of like, it's rainy outside. It's been raining all day today, and it's starting to cool down a little bit. It's like in the low 70s. Weather Channel says it's 70 right now. But I wanted to see what it's going to be like tomorrow, because it's supposed to be cool tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a high of 55. Sunny. Friday, 53. Saturday, 54. Sunday 60. Oh my God, Monday 49. Tuesday 54, 53, 60, 61, 61, 64, 63, 62, 59. So it looks like for the next 2 weeks it's not going to get a whole lot warmer than 60. So I brought my sugar chapstick out here. So it looks like this is actually, it's 70. My car says 72, but the Weather Channel just said 70. This is the warmest it's going to get for the next 2 weeks in October, unless we have like a warm front come through. So I am excited to eat. Alex is going to, like, he just texted me and he was like, do you care if I go get something to dinner, or go get something to eat? And I was like, no, not at all. And so his friend that he works with, he is going to, because she lives right by Sarah, his friend that moved here. I think they live like in the same, they either live in apartment buildings across from each other, or they live in the same apartment building. So they're gonna go get dinner, I think all three of them, and he's gonna introduce them so that Sarah knows more people here. I was gonna turn my light on, but it's not that dark yet. And then I'm gonna go back and eat my soup, and then I think I'm gonna lay down for an hour. I've just been real exhausted today. I don't know why. I just haven't really done a whole lot, you know. I need to call Melissa and ask her about doing the review video tomorrow. I keep on forgetting to do that. I was reading on the front porch, and every time, our neighbors, like, we have a lot of people that like walk by our house. Like, our neighbors walk, like, they just like, I mean, not just like our immediate neighbors, but like people in the neighborhood, they just walk and walk and walk. And mostly with like dogs. And Boo and Tucker were just standing at the window, and every time somebody walked by, they'd start, oh. I've heard so many sirens tonight. That one was going really fast. Here's the mailman, who I never can predict what time he's coming to. Oh God, something's going on here, because there's like tons of sirens up here, tons of police cars. Shoot. Is there one coming this way, one going that way? I can't tell, or is it like they're stopping there somewhere? But if I park in front of the mailbox, like, he's real nice about it, but he's like, he's left notes, like, can you not park in front of the mailbox? But the thing is, I don't ever know, like, when he's coming. Sometimes he comes at, like, 12:31, sometimes he comes at 2, sometimes he comes at 5. There's, like, no rhyme or reason to it. I wonder if maybe I can't get through here. Something bad happened. Oh, shoot. I wonder if I should turn around. There's like an ambulance backing up, and this guy in front of me is like trying to get through. I'm like, there's obviously something serious going on here. There's like 3 police cars and an ambulance, so it's obviously something pretty serious. So where are you trying to get through? I'm gonna turn around. Yeah, because he's turning around. This car behind me is wanting to turn around. Oh, this is such a pretty house back in here. I've never seen it before. This is kind of like an older neighborhood, and these houses are set like way back off the street, and they're so pretty. Now everybody's turning around, nobody's paying attention to what they're doing. The one thing about these houses is that, like, when it rains, it's like all these yards right now have like standing water, and I hope nobody was hurt. It's scary. But there's like standing water in the yards right now. Oh, look, they have something scary on their front porch. Pumpkins and stuff. There's this one house by us, and they always, and I don't think they moved, I don't think it's a new family, but every year they decorate for Halloween, and they put like, I mean, the whole front yard is decorated, like crazy decorated. And they even call it something like the Spooky Farm or something like that. I don't know. They have like a big sign in front that says like the Spooky Lake or the Spooky Farm or something like that. And this year they haven't done it. There's nothing. There's no pumpkins. There's nothing. They haven't started anything. And I'm like, well, are they not going to do it this year? And I'm like, makes me kind of sad. Like, well, what's going on, you know? But Melissa used to do it every year too. She used to put like all of this stuff out. I mean, it was crazy how much stuff she put out. And then she just was like, it's too much, I can't do it. And then to take it all down and then turn around and do stuff for Christmas is a lot. And she's like, so I just kind of stopped doing that. She puts a little bit of stuff out, but not like she used to. She used to put tons and tons and tons of stuff out. My head's hurting a little bit today. Not bad, but a little bit. It was hurting earlier, and then when it started clearing up, it was like pouring rain earlier, and then when it started clearing up, my head started like feeling a little bit better, so. Hi. I dropped my camera on the bathroom floor and I was so petrified. I was like, oh my God, did it just shatter? And I like picked it up real carefully and I was like, okay, it's fine. So it didn't shatter. Alex and his friend like to go to this place. Whew. And I've never been there. It's like this little restaurant and that they found, and it's like real small and like owned by this little family, and they love to go there. And I think it's like Mediterranean Italian, and they get like, they share like 3 different things. They get like a big plate of bruschetta, and then they get like another, like they get a pasta, and then they get something else, and they like split it and share it. Like, and they have like a glass of wine, you know. This is kind of like their thing they do on Wednesday nights. My husband was so sweet. He's been texting me all today. He's like, I miss you today. I was like, I miss you too. And he's like, I miss you more today than I usually miss you. I was like, what do you miss about me today? He's like, I just miss you. And he kept on sending me that emoji with like, you know, the hearts for eyes. Isn't it weird how it can like rain all day long and then you look in the sky and the sky is like so pretty and like clear, you know? It's like really pretty tonight. Very fallish though in Indiana, but like I said, like the leaves have not, like they're all green. They haven't started changing, but I can tell you like in the next few weeks or the next week maybe even, it's weird because like right now I'm driving down and like every leaf is green. There's like, I mean, there's a random like yellow, like the red ones that were in our tree that I was talking about like a week ago, they've already fallen. They turn red and then they fall. Because what happens is all the leaves in the trees change, and then they stay there for 3 or 4 days, and then they fall, and then you have to rake all the leaves. And I'll tell you what's really not fun is raking wet leaves. Our maintenance company, that's part of like what we pay for in our HOA, like they come and like do all the leaves, they remove all the leaves and stuff. Because of course they want our yards to look perfect. Which is probably a good thing, because if they didn't, our leaves would probably never be picked up. But like you can literally wake up and like the next day, like let's say if tomorrow it got real cold, I can wake up, they'll start having frost warnings for plants and stuff like that on the news. And then you can like, I mean, but I don't watch the news so I wouldn't know that, but like Tanya always tells me, she's like, there's a frost warning, you gotta cover your plants. I'm like, okay, well I don't have any plants. So anyway, but you can like go out the next morning and where it was like green, it'll all of a sudden like all the trees will be like half orange, half red. And then like 2 days later, they'll be like all red and all orange. And then like 3 days after that, they'll be like, they'll like have mostly fallen. And then they kind of last throughout the end of October. And then by the beginning of November, it's like, that's when the trees, if it stays colder, that's when like the trees are completely bare. I have a feeling we're gonna have a really cold winter this year. I want to read the Farmer's Almanac. Do you guys ever read the Farmer's Almanac? It's kind of fun to read. Look at the sky. Let me show you from the rain now. See, it had rained, and now look at it up there. Do you see? God, it's beautiful, isn't it? So pretty. turn around like that in Indiana. Somebody commented and said, 20-second longer on this vlog. From yesterday's. Oh, Tanya's calling me. I'll call her once I get to Whole Foods. Somebody also said that the Body Shop, which I love their products, has a really nice overnight mask. And I almost ran in there tonight and I was going to get it. And I thought, well, I bought those Hydro Boost hydrating face masks from Meijer the other night and I haven't used them yet. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Thank you guys for all the information on the face masks on my skin and stuff, and that like it's probably bringing out oils and whatever. It's why I've kind of like I didn't do one today. I'm going to try to only maybe like do like 3 a week. If that. I just love doing them. It's relaxing for me. Oh, there's Roost Cafe, my little place I get my grilled cheese I love so much. I was talking to my friend Valerie last night. I was like, what did you have for dinner? And she's like, I had chili. I said, you made chili? She's like, yeah. Chili is such like, I don't know in other parts of the world or other parts of the country, but it's like such a Midwestern fall meal. And we usually get like invited over to so many people's houses for like chili, you know, like at least like once a week somebody will be like, you want to come over our house for chili? Melissa usually, and then Tanya will invite me over for chili. Valerie didn't invite me over for chili. Valerie watches all of my vlogs. You didn't invite me over for chili, Valerie. Now tomorrow I'll get a text and she'll say, do you want to come over for chili? Oh God, it's beautiful right now. My mom back in the day, oh, she made killer chili. She made such good chili. And you know what she would use? She would just use one of those Chilio packets, because I can remember I would say like when I got older, like, Mom, I want to make your chili. How do you make it? She's like, it's so easy. I just put that Chilio powder. You just follow the instructions on the back of a Chilio powder. Who is that? She's like, you just follow the back of the instructions on a Chilio packet, and then whatever, and then she's like, she puts spaghetti in it. If I make chili now, and typically people's houses that I go to, they make the macaroni, like the macaroni and cheese stuff, you know, but they make chili out of it, and or they put it in their chili, like, but they'll put it on the side, so you can like add it if you want. And my mom actually put spaghetti in hers, and so it was real thick consistency. It was great. Alex does not like beans, and here's the problem. So Alex likes ground beef in his, and I like beans because I'm a vegetarian, so it's hard for me to make chili at home unless I make 2 separate chilies, which I could do, you know, but whenever we go somewhere too, it's like Caroline's or, you know, Melissa's or wherever, people are always like, take a bunch of chili home with you so you guys can have that. And Alex is always like, he's that person, like, that will be, if somebody offers us to take home food, he's always like, okay. And then we come home with all this food and Alex eats it for like the next 2 weeks. But we've got like groceries at home now. We've both been going grocery shopping and stuff, so. Yeah, but my mom made back in the day, she made the best chili, and she would make cornbread, or she would make they're called raw apple muffins, and they're so good. Oh my God, they're so good. I haven't had them in forever. I should make them. They're so good. What is this? Bark truck. Dog treat truck. I wonder what that is. I've never heard of such a thing. Oh, it's like an ice cream truck, but it has dog treats in it? How cute is that? Had a little window on the side. That's a cute idea. I don't know how they stay in business, though. Those must be some expensive dog treats. Can you imagine if you saw that coming down the neighborhood, though? That's such a great idea. I love that. And you know what? Like, this is going to sound so strange saying this as a vegetarian, but, like, I told my mom this years later, too. Like, a period where I really like hated all the meals that my mom made, like homemade tacos, meatloaf, chicken a la king, which ended up being one of my favorite meals ever. And she would say, why do you like it so much? It's literally a can of chicken. She'd say, honey, it's just a can and biscuits, and you just pour it over the biscuits. And but you know, one of the things I crave a lot is meatloaf. Like, I really crave just like a meatloaf. Or like Tanya the other night, when I went and picked her up, I was like, what did you have for dinner? And she was like, oh, I made a roast. And I was like, you made a roast? And she's like, yeah, I put it in the crock pot all day, a bunch of vegetables. I was like, oh, potatoes? She's like, yeah, potatoes, carrots, everything. I made a roast. It was really good. Tanya does that a lot. She'll, like, you know, use the crock pot and make some big meal. Do you guys use crock pot? Alex wants to start using that crock pot that he bought, and cooking more stuff. Which we could do that with chili and make chili, you know. This woman is carrying a baby, pushing a baby, and her husband is walking a dog. There's a lot going on in that family. The Monn trail is right here, so all these couples come and they like walk at night and stuff. Alex and I should come and do that and bring the dogs. Our dogs do not like walking on leashes. We have tried for years to try to get them to walk on leashes, and they hate it. Okay. Oh, look at that little dog he's holding. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go in and get some food at Whole Foods, which somebody said that you call whole paycheck, which I thought was funny. I'm gonna go in here and I'll be back in a little while. Bye. Okay. I think I'm loving Whole Foods a little bit too much, honestly. So I went into Whole Foods and I got soup, which was so nice. She wrapped it so nice for me. I got a little thing of soup and cornbread. But then I got 2 lemonades. But then I went to the salad bar. They had vegan macaroni and cheese. I got a little bit of that. I didn't get it. I got a little bit of a couple different things to try, which was real fun. And then they had this like corn salad that had like carrots cut into it, like long carrots. It's called like corn tahini salad or something. Then I got these treats for the dogs. You guys are gonna die. Soft and chewy dog treats. Pumpkin flavored. So I'll open those when I get home. I wonder if they really do smell like pumpkin though. No, but they smell like cookies. They smell like absolute cookies. Did you say cookies? Did you say cookies? Okay. They had Whole Foods pumpkin spice cheesecake cookies. They're like whole brand stuff, or their Whole Foods brand stuff is not too expensive. Like these are like $3.39 or something, $3.99. Now these smell like pumpkin spice. People are like, somebody said, lost another fan, talked about that pumpkin spice. I know, right? Oh well, it's not that deep. I took 2 cookies out, one for the ride home, one to try right now and let you guys know how it really is. I'm gonna keep my soup right there so it doesn't spill. Mmm, so good. These are better than the pumpkin spice M&M ones that are Whole Food brand. These are so good. These are like, you know, like the vanilla cookies, but like in the middle they have like that. So good. Mmm. Yes. Mmm. I talked to Tanya while I was shopping in there. And she went out to breakfast with my old sponsor today. And she had a fun day, and she just gotten home and her and Eric were getting something for dinner. And she's like, I was just sitting here looking at the sky. It's so pretty. I was like, I know, isn't it? She's like, it rained all day long and now the sky is absolutely beautiful. You can see a little sliver of the moon over there. Cookies are so good. I actually kind of wish that the temperature would like really drop soon, because it's been a long time without air conditioning my car. I was thinking today, I was like, no, I'm just gonna have to wait until next spring to get my air conditioning fixed. Now, you know what's gonna happen? Spring's gonna hit next year, and if I am still driving this car, I'm gonna be like pissed. I'm gonna be like, I can't believe I now have to fix my air conditioning fixed, you know? When I should have just got it fixed now. But I didn't, so. And now I'm kind of like, well, if I end up getting something else, this car's almost paid off, so my plan is to drive this as long as I can. I mean, not until it dies on the side of the road, but, you know, to drive it for a while. And, but if I decide to end up getting something else and trade this in, I mean, that's obviously going to work against me that there's no air conditioning, right? Steak and Shake's open now. But you know, that night after I stopped vlogging, I went to another Steak and Shake, this one right here, and it was closed too. I was like, this is crazy. And there's a third Steak and Shake that I could have gone to, but I thought if two of them are closed, they're probably all closed. So I was like, forget it, I'm not going to another Steak and Shake. I don't need Steak and Shake that bad. I kind of got to figure out what I'm going to watch while I eat, because I was watching Dancing Queen, but now it's over. I like to watch like the reality series on Netflix. If you guys have a reality series that you think I should watch, let me know. Or reality show on Netflix. But I do need to watch The Walking Dead and catch up on that too, so. I'm like 5 or 6 episodes in on season 7, if even that far. I have a friend of mine who's sober that reminds me so much of, what's his name, Negan? He reminds me he looks like him, he talks like him and everything. Like the thing that he does with his he's like, where are my guns, Rick? Like, my friend talks just like him. And I can't wait to see him, because I'm gonna be like, do you watch The Walking Dead? Do you ever read people's license plates and you're like, what the hell does that mean? And then you're like, okay, but people like personalized license plate. I never wanted one. Did you ever want one? Do you have one? I think some of them are fun, and then some of them just confuse me. I won't say what this one is in front of me, but it's obviously something personal to that person that makes no sense to me or anybody else. And then I'm like, am I supposed to be like reading it? Am I reading it wrong? Do I not understand? Oh, there's another one. They're side by side. They're both words with numbers after them. That's crazy that they were both side by side. You think they're the same family? Oh, there's a little juice bar there. Did I know that? Sometimes I forget things I knew. Did you ever know that? Like, do you ever drive by the same place like 3 times? You're like, oh, there's a pizza place there. 3 days later, oh, there's a pizza place there. Next week, oh, there's a pizza place there. Oh, no, you're not like me. I do that all the time. All right, listen, you guys. I am couple minutes from home, I'm gonna call Alex and see what he's doing. Then I'm gonna go home and eat my food, and I will be back in a little while. I love you guys. Bye. Hello. It's a good thing that I vlogged earlier because I don't know how long this vlog is gonna be because it got late. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. I left my house at 11 to vlog. And then Tanya called me to go get a fountain. Well, to take her to the kennel, but we got a fountain too. And then I dropped her off after about an hour or so. And when I was just talking on the phone, Diet Pepsi. And all of a sudden I looked at the clock, it's like 2 o'clock. I was like, oh my God, I still have to vlog. I should just keep my camera on 24 hours a day. My vlogs will be 24-hour-a-day vlogs now from now on. If you guys are gonna start watching my vlog, you're gonna have to really keep up now because it's just gonna be just constant live stream rolling of Peter Monn's life. Oh God. What a great night I've had. Alex stayed over at his friend's house. They got Thai food and then they sat around. We were gonna watch American Horror Story, but we're gonna watch it tomorrow night. So, because he was coming home and I was like, I'm just gonna get a fountain Coke with Tanya because he was tired anyway. And I was like, let's just watch it tomorrow. And he was like, okay. So, he is at home asleep with the dogs. Little doggy. Oh my God, I have the heat on. It is so cold and it was so hot in here. It's 59 degrees outside and it's kind of hot in this car. It's getting hot in here. I ate my food and then I laid down for a little bit. I watched The Real Housewives of Orange County. Vicky seems so different to me this year on it. Like I don't know, there's something about, she just seems different to me on it. Do you guys watch it? I'm not real sure what I think of the two new people on there, the two new women. Like, I'm having a hard time kind of like, I've said this on here before, but like feeling real connected to them. I mean, it's just a reality show, right? Oh. So yeah, it's been a good night. I had Tanya try my Sugar Fresh lip stuff balm that Kara sent me, and Tanya was like, that is really nice. I was like, I know. Sugar lip treatment. And I'm gonna do the vlog, and then I'm going to watch an episode of Walking Dead when I get home, and I'm gonna put my face mask on to go to bed, my hydrating face mask. I am gonna try to go to the body shop tomorrow, though, and I'm gonna try to go over there and see about the face mask that somebody recommended, because I like the body shop, so I think that would be a fun face mask to have. Cold weather's coming in. It's getting chilly outside. Time for the warm apple cider and the hot chocolate. Well, hot chocolate is kind of more of a Christmas thing, isn't it? Like apple cider warmed up with a cinnamon stick in it. Have you guys ever had that? Oh my God. My dinner was really good, but I just was like so full, like right away. I mostly ate my soup with the cornbread. I have a bunch of leftovers sitting at home in the fridge, so I may warm them up a little bit when I get home to watch The Walking Dead, or I may not. It just depends on if I'm hungry when I get home. If you guys want something really delicious, and I will tell you it's expensive, okay? Go get some soup if you have a Whole Foods. The broccoli cheddar is absolutely delicious. The tomato basil is good too, and the vegetarian chili is really good. I don't know about the other ones because they have meat in them. But then they have cornbread, regular cornbread, and jalapeno cornbread. And I like the jalapeno cornbread. If you don't like jalapenos, you won't like it, obviously, because there's actual jalapenos in there. But can I just tell you, for a piece of bread about this big, like that big, it's $4.99. $4.99 for some cornbread. But it is really, really good cornbread. But tonight, I was like, I'm gonna treat myself. So I did. I was just looking, there was like this like trailer park over there. It's like this really kind of homey looking trailer park. And girls that I'm friends with, and my ex and I used to go, because he used to live with them, and so we would go down there and visit them every other weekend in Seymour, and in southern Indiana, and I think I've told this story on here before, I don't know, but this one night, it was like late summer, early fall, we were just like, we would go, when I went down there for the weekend, we would get like a hotel room at the Hampton Inn in Seymour, and then we would just like hang out with them and, you know, go out to dinner, drive around, go say hi to people, go to the Walmart, go to the TA, we go down to Argosy Casino. It's now, I think it's Hollywood Casino now and stuff, but we just hang out there for the whole weekend, you know. We go to, there was like this Tex-Mex restaurant that was really good there. I think it was just called Tex-Mex. No, it was called, what was it called? Tumbleweed. It was really good. They had this like corn succotash stuff that I loved. And then we would like just drive around and go visit people. It was so much fun. It just was so low-key. I loved that. And I mean, it's kind of what my life is like now. That's probably why. And but anyway, and then, you know, we go to the Cracker Barrel for brunch, and if it was in the summer, we would go to like the city pool and go swimming and stuff. Oh God, I love the city pool. It's like ice. If you've been in a city pool, you know what I'm talking about. It's like ice cold, and then not be confused with Ice Baby, but, and then you get like, you know, they always have like the concession stand has like frozen Snicker bars and Laffy Taffy and nachos and stuff. Of course, I mean, it's all about the food for me, right? So, and we would do that, and then we'd go back and take naps in our hotel room, and then meet up with them, and that's when we would like go drive around and say hi to everybody in the night, and we'd stay up real late. We'd go shoot pool at O'Brien Street, which was this bar there, and it's like one thing that people don't know about me. Like whenever people act like when I go to things and like, you know, people will say like, oh, tell me something about you that I wouldn't know, or, you know, like what's something about you I wouldn't expect. Like I am a really good like pool player, and I'll pat my own back for that. I think it's something like people are really surprised, like when I go, like, I don't know why people would be surprised about that, but they always are. They're like, damn, you're like a really good pool player. I grew up playing pool, and then we played it like every weekend when we would go down there and visit them. So anyway, for hours, we would go for hours into these bars and play pool, and I think because I played people that were so good, because you would play other people, you know, like in the bar that would put their quarters on the table and stuff, that I think I just learned a lot about playing. I have my own pool stick. It's in the basement. I should show you guys. It's hilarious. My own pool stick with my own pool case and everything that I used to always keep in the back of my car. But anyway, what was I saying about them? What was I talking about that we would do? Shoot. Oh, the trailer park. So one time, my friend, she, like her grandma and grandpa had like a trailer on the river, and I remember she was like, let's go visit, you know, like their house on the river or whatever, and I was like, okay, and we went, and like on the way there, she said something like, it's not much, don't expect anything, it's like, you know, they're trailers. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. And we got there, and it was like, so you would like park on this like gravel road, and then all the trailers were to the right, but it would be like a trailer, and then they would have like gardens or like bonfire pits and like huge trees. They were underneath these trees, and then the river was down below. I mean, you could step out of your car and you could hear the river just like flooding below. It was so pretty. And I remember the night that we went, it was like a bright moon. I don't know if it was full, but it was bright outside. You could see it, and it was like shining on the river. And her grandparents had, like, every one of these trailers had, like, you know, Christmas tree lights around them, and they had these, you know, beautiful little porches that came off of it. And so we like were out there, and her grandpa had made like a bonfire for us, and we were gonna, you know, do something. Her grandma was laying on the couch inside the trailer, like right inside the door. And I remember we looked in, and she was like reading this like some spy novel, and she was like, hey, and she took us in there, and we all said hi and stuff, and we're just kind of standing in the doorway talking to her, and it just looked so cozy. And she's like just laying on the couch on her back, like reading this book. She's like, y'all just have fun and have, you know, make s'mores at the bonfire and whatever. It's so much fun. to think, did I go to any bonfires this year? We don't usually go to a lot of bonfires until the fall. We have one friend of ours, she and her husband live way out in the country, like way out in the country. And they save wood forever. And then like every couple years they have like a huge bonfire party. I can't remember the last time we went. It might have been like, I think it was before I was on YouTube, so 3 years ago. And they usually have it in October around Halloween. They just like play tons of music out there, and they invite like 30 people, and they have all kinds of food. It's so much fun. I mean, it's a massive, massive bonfire out in the middle of nowhere. They like live on this like huge land. Like you go down the street and their house, like you go on this road and it's like out in the middle of nowhere, and it's like, you know, like 691st Street or something like that. And then theirs is like, you know, 34B is their street or whatever, and you go way down this gravel road, and there's like fields on either side. It's literally like Children of the Corn if you've ever seen it. And their house is the only one on the street, and like in the distance, like you can see like the interstate. And then they have like their house, which is like this old farmhouse that they've redone inside. It's beautiful. And then they have this big old barn out back, and that's where like they like have the party and the bonfire and stuff like that. And I always think to myself, like, I would be so scared to live out here and be here by myself. Like her husband doesn't get home till late, and I'm always like, aren't you terrified to be out here by yourself? She's like, no. They've got big dogs. And she's like, no. She's like, you know, I got the dogs, and she's like, anybody comes onto our property or anybody drives down the street, you know, the dogs hear it like way before I do and start going crazy. And she's like, so no, I never get scared or anything, you know. I think I would be scared, but she's not. I love little parties like that, you know. I've got on Tani and I are going to see Teresa Caputo, the Long Island Medium. And then we've got Haunted Fest that we're going to. I've got to figure out a costume for that. And then I'm thinking about, don't tell her, tomorrow getting online and seeing if I can find some tickets for Fleetwood Mac and surprising Tanya. The thing is that when I got online and I looked, the tickets were like, to have 2 tickets together, they were so expensive that now I'm kind of like, I don't really care. Like, if they're the greatest tickets in the world, I just want to see Fleetwood Mac so bad that, like, I'll just pay whatever I have to pay to go see. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of where I'm at with it at this point. Because I don't think they'll ever tour again. And I really want to see them. So I'm like, okay, I'll just pay what I have to pay. I think it's next week. I think it's next Tuesday. Last time I saw them was when I was in high school at Market Square Arena. We were just talking about it to our friend at the gas station tonight. He's like, I really want to go see Kansas. I was like, I don't know that I can name one Kansas song. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I was like, that was kind of like the years before me. Like when I was in high school, like we listened to a lot of punk music. You know, I've talked about that on here before, but we listened to like a lot of Smiths and Cure and, you know, Susie and the Banshees, Gene Loves Jezebel, Sonic Youth, Sex Pistols. God, who else did we listen to that I loved? The Pogues. I loved the Pogues. God, I'm like, my mind is blanking right now of some of the bands I really liked in high school. I really liked REM and Natalie Merchant too. 10,000 Maniacs. Those were 2 bands that I really liked in high school. A ton of other bands. I loved all kinds of music. But anyway, Public Image Limited. I really liked them. But that was also the era of like Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, you know, Aerosmith. Who's the band that I really like? Like, he's even from Indiana. He's from, yeah. The one that sings November Rain. Why can't I think of what that band is? Oh my God. They're like one of my favorite bands of life. You know the guy that does is that who it is? I can hear November Rain in my head. I even have it on my phone. Why can I not think of what that band is called? Oh God, I'm losing my mind. Anyway, you know, it was a lot of those kind of bands. Metallica was huge. You know, AC/DC. Like there was like that whole kind of crowd was really huge too, like of music when I was in high school. And Madonna was huge when I was in high school. She was getting bigger and bigger. And I think in 90, when I graduated, either 90 or 91, maybe 92, somewhere in there was like the Blonde Ambition tour. Guns N' Roses. Come on, Peter. Why can't I think of what his name is? I keep on thinking Eddie Vedder, but I'm like, that's Pearl Jam. Why can't I think of the guy's name from Guns N' Roses? Axl Rose. Peter, you're such an idiot. But anyway. Yeah, I was a big Guns N' Roses fan. I know that's probably hard to believe, isn't it? Peter plays pool and listens to Guns N' Roses. Well, I'm from Indiana. I mean, come on. I love John Mellencamp, too. Little Pink Houses. What are other, like, bands that I like that people are always... Grace Jones, I love. She's, like, one of my faves. Do you know who I've been listening to a lot of lately is Amy Winehouse. I don't know why. I've just been listening. I feel like when I go, like, this is going to sound so strange, but I feel like when I go into grocery stores or at the casino or wherever I'm at, like, I feel like on the radio, I just heard this incredible mix of Rehab the other day, and I found it on SoundCloud. I feel like I've heard, like, so much Amy Winehouse lately. It is getting cold outside. What is it? It's 60 degrees. I guess it's not that cold. But I've heard so much Amy Winehouse lately, like, wherever I go, that I think it's just kind of in my head. What is that song that I really like of hers? I think it's called Cupid. No, that's not what it's called. I downloaded it not too long ago. Do you guys tag songs on Shazam and then download them? I do all the time. There was this Colby Calais song that I wanted to, like, download that I heard the other day. That's why my iTunes is so random. I should pull in somewhere and just, like, shuffle on my iTunes and show you what comes up. It's so bizarre. Oh, hey, little thing, let me light your candle, because my arms are hard to handle now. Black Crowes. I really like the Black Crowes. Didn't the lead singer of the Black Crowes pass away? He died of, like, something, overdose or something really sad, tragic. Am I wrong about that? I need to get a new needle for my record player. So I can start playing my records again. I've got some great records at home. What time am I at? I've got all my mom's records. I need to go through them and pick out the ones I like and the ones I don't like. I need to, or don't want. I need to give to Caroline's son David, because he collects records. He collects, like, vinyl records. I've got some stuff that, like, I have no desire to have. That he would love, probably. He and my mom have this very similar music. There's, like, every Led Zeppelin album I love except for one, and, like, I have all of them because my mom had all the Led Zeppelin albums. I think I'm gonna give him that album. And it's hard, like, when my aunt was alive, she's like, you should give some of those, albums to David, and I'm like, well, some of them are, like, Beatles albums that my mom bought, like, in the 60s, and she wrote on them and stuff because she wrote, like, what her favorite songs were. Oh my god, when Alex was cleaning out the kitchen the other day, he, like, pulled out this thing, it was like, just some pot or something, like, because we had all these pots and pans in there, and he pulled out this pot, like in the bottom of it, my mom had just like all these handwritten notes about recipes and foods that she liked and stuff, and he was like, do you want to keep these? I was like, oh my god, I didn't even know that those were in there. And I haven't read through them or anything, I just shuffled them over and put them in a drawer, so I need to read those. But that was nice to find. It's always weird to me whenever I find something that has my mom's like handwriting on it. I'm just kind of like always not prepared for it. My mom was such a big note, like she would write notes constantly and she would leave notes, and it was nothing for me to like come home from, you know, wherever, and there being like a post-it, you know, work or wherever I was, and there being a post-it note on my door from my mom, or like a little note like wedged in, like from, you know, like something she had written on in her car, or, you know, she would always like write little notes and send them in the mail, thank you notes, and just, my mom wrote cards a lot. And in fact, one of the things that she would do is like when she would go to card shops and cards that were on sale, she would go through them and she would buy them like really cheap, you know, like for a dime or a quarter. And, you know, you can get like cards for really, really cheap like that if you go to like card shops and stuff like Hallmark. They'll always have a clearance section. My mom would go and she would buy cards on sale. So like if it was the Christmas season was over, she would go and she would pick like the nicest Christmas cards, but she would get them for like 75% off, right? So she'd get them for really cheap, or 80, 90% off, I don't even know. So she had this huge bag that she kept them all in, which I now have, and some of these cards in there are so beautiful, and I'll go in there and I'll like, if we're going to somebody's birthday or like a wedding or whatever, I'll pick like a card out of there that my mom had. My mom has like, she had birthday cards in there. I noticed something I've been doing lately when I'm talking to my vlog. I don't know what this is. I don't know why I'm doing it. I have never done it until the last month. I'm talking about my mom in the present tense like she's still alive. Have you guys noticed I've been doing that on the vlog? Like I've been listening to my vlogs in the background while I'm doing stuff around the house, like as I'm uploading them sometimes, and I'll notice that I'll say like, my mom likes this, and I'm like, what is going on with that? Like, why am I doing that all of a sudden? So anyway, what is going on over there? It's all decorated for Halloween. Oh, that's cool. But, so she has, there I did it again. She had this bag, I have the bag now, and it's from Chelsea's, which was this old like gift card store in Broadwood that doesn't even exist anymore. And it was a card shop, and she has like, I mean, I bet there's probably 100 plus cards in there. She has cards for, this is what I was gonna say, like 80th birthdays and like 50th wedding anniversaries. I mean, cards that like you wouldn't even know you needed until like the thing comes up. And some of the wedding cards that she has in there are just fantastic. And some of the birthday cards are beautiful. Some of the Christmas cards are just absolutely beautiful. And my mom was somebody, and my aunt was too, that took real pride in like wrapping a present, or like, you know, a card that, like, picking a certain card was very important to them. And I miss that, you know, like I used to get cards from my mom all the time, and I don't. People don't send cards anymore, you know. When I get cards in the post office, it means so much to me, because like, I don't know, do you guys get like send cards a lot? I just don't feel like people send cards as much as, you know, they used to. It's kind of like a lost art to some degree, but yeah, we should send more cards. Okay, the camera stopped at 24 minutes, and then I turned off the camera instead when I was trying to start it, and now I've got that shit all over my hands. But what I was saying was, we should send more cards, more postcards, more letters. I'd hoped for a while, you know, that the world was getting back to maybe, I don't know, maybe this is naive of me, to a more traditional time, you know. When you think back on like your childhood, and even if you're, you know, 22 right now watching this, you know, it's like you think back on your childhood, it's like things have to have changed for you from when now to when, you know, you were growing up, they're so much different. They have to be, you know, because life has changed so much, or the world has changed so much, and the last 5 years, the last 10, 15 years, you know, definitely for me, the last 40 years, it's so weird to say that sometimes, you know, like, the way that we look at, like, technology, you know, TVs look completely different, and, you know, I was thinking about this, like, with phones the other day, because I was looking at, like, the new Apple phones. I mean, I'm not looking at them to get, but the new Apple phones that were released, the new iPhones, and it's like they're talking about, like, bigger screens, you know? And it's interesting because I can remember, like, watching some movie or TV, not movie, but, like, some TV show, and they were talking about, like, technology, and it's like, we go smaller, 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 smallest, right? And then it's like we go bigger, bigger, biggest, smaller, 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 bigger, bigger, biggest, and it's like the cycle that goes, you know? And I remember my dad saying to me, like, it's quantity versus quality a lot of times too, like, as you get older. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, you know, like, okay, so you move into your first apartment, you have a shit TV, right? Okay, you just have like a hand-me-down or some TV that somebody gives you if you're lucky. And then he was like, but then you start saving your money and you can afford another TV. So you get a TV that's a little bit better, and you move that TV, like, let's say, into the bedroom, and then your new TV goes in the living room. Okay, so now it's quantity, but it's also quality. Well, then what happens is, you know, you get a little bit more money, and it's like, you don't want the TV in your bedroom anymore, you want to upgrade that, so you get a nicer TV, you get rid of that old TV and give it to somebody else, but nobody really wants it anymore. Let's say it's a big old, you know, block TV that just is heavy and whatever. This TV that I used to have in my apartment was so heavy to move. Oh my God, it was flat screen. It was one of those flat screen TVs, but it wasn't like this thin. It was like this. Do you remember that? They were flat screen. So anyway, I was so excited to get it. God, I think that thing weighed about 300 pounds. But anyway, he said, you know, then you get rid of that TV, and so you move your TV from your living room into your bedroom, and now you've got 2 quality TVs, but maybe you want one in your kitchen too, you know, and then it's quantity. You want 3 TVs now. You don't just want 2 TVs anymore, you want 3 TVs. So you get a third TV. Well, then quality goes up. You want another TV that's a higher quality in your bedroom. So you keep on shifting them and moving them around and all this kind of stuff, and he goes, quality, quantity, quality, quantity. And then before you know it, you got all this shit you don't need. And I think that's true, you know? And I think that's like, we really, I think more now than I've ever experienced in my life. And maybe this is, you know, maybe my dad when he was my age said it, maybe his dad said it when he was his age, I don't know, but like, it seems like more now to me than ever, we live in this world of like having to have something new, like the newest phone or the newest this or the newest that. And I was looking at those newest Apple phone or iPhones, and I was like, okay, so now we're going back to this huge screen phone, right? Like, it used to be the hottest thing was to have the smallest phone in the world. I remember I used to have this really tiny little BlackBerry, you know, that you could just, and now it's like, okay, you want a bigger, everybody wants a bigger screen, right? I think it's interesting. And everybody wants the newest, hottest item that just came out and all this. And so do I sometimes. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you know, I like that too, but like, I don't know. The sound on our TV at our, speaking of which, the sound on our TV at our house is so bad because the speakers are in the back. So if you're like in the bedroom upstairs, it kind of like echoes off the wall and goes upstairs. So it's almost louder upstairs in our loft than it is downstairs. So like when Alex is watching TV, or if I'm watching TV downstairs, whoever's upstairs trying to sleep can't sleep because it's so loud. And I don't know how old that TV is. We got it the same year that we got our floors done. We got our floors done. We used to have carpet, and we got it all ripped up, and we had the slate put in the entryway and in the kitchen, and then we have wood floors everywhere else except for on the stairs. And we're gonna get our carpet in on our stairs redone. Alex wants to get wood stairs. I just don't want to do that with the poor dogs running up and down the stairs. So I think we might get wood floors and then get one of those rugs that kind of runs up the middle for the dogs, you know what I'm talking about?
what year did we get our flooring redone? It was the year after we got married. So 2012. So 6 years we've had this TV. Well, I was at Walmart the other night, and I don't know why it's always at Walmart. I'm sure people go in and spend thousands of dollars at Best Buy and Costco and places like that on TV. I just think that's a lot of money for a TV when you can go to Walmart and get one for a couple $100s. It's, I feel like, really good quality. But I was looking at these TVs and I was like, oh my God, like our TV's nice, but these TVs, like the quality is so fantastic. And I was like, we should get a new TV. Like, maybe that's what we should do for each other for Christmas, is get a new TV. Because like for holidays, like, or birthdays and Christmas and stuff like that, now we try to like get like, you know, go on a trip or get like one nice item or something like that. I was like, maybe we should get a new TV, as much as we love watching TV. I don't know what I just hit, but I just hit something and it said 1 times 1 something. I don't know what that was, but I just hit. See, I'm always hitting something that I don't know what it is. But anyway, they have like really nice TVs there for like $500 and $600, and I was like, well, we could do that maybe. We need to get a new microwave too. I'm going to show that on my review channel. God, I'm loving that review channel. I have you guys, I now have, I literally, if I had the time and I had really good light, because I want to have them be like good quality light, I could sit down and film probably tomorrow 20 or 30 videos. Like, that's how many things I have. I mean, I don't have obviously the time to do 20 or 30 videos, but that's how many review videos that I could film tomorrow with all the stuff that I have. I'm thinking about actually, speaking about upping your game a little bit, I was looking on Amazon and like for doing the movie reviews and stuff, because I don't want to just sit in that chair, and I've been cleaning out the basement. I don't want to just sit in that chair in my house where I do every other video. I want to do something different for the review channel, and I'm actually kind of trying to create a space to do it in, like in the basement, where I would have like a card table or like some kind of table where I could actually show stuff while I'm doing it and reviewing it. But I'm really thinking about getting like a white backdrop with lights for the basement that like go up, like studio lights, almost kind of like where I'd have a little space set up that I could go down there and do the review videos. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's corny? I just don't want to have to rely on, like, you know, daytime and doing videos, and because even when I do them, like our ceilings are so high, our ceiling is so high that when I do videos like later in the day or at night, even with like my ring light, it still casts shadows because it's so dark in that room. So then I would have that space down there that if I wanted to film a video at like 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, while Alex was asleep, I could go down the basement and I could film that video. So I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? I looked, this stuff's not expensive. Like, you can get a whole set of like 2 like box lights and like a thing to hang the screen on, and you can get like a screen and everything for like 99 bucks. Like, I think that's pretty good, don't you, for YouTube? And you can get like I mean, I'm not gonna do a green screen. I don't know how to do all that kind of stuff, but you can get a couple different backdrops for filming videos. I'm like, that might not be a bad idea. I might do that. What do you guys think about that idea? Do you like that? Do you think that's corny? Because I don't want to just like for my I want to do movie reviews and I want to do other kinds of reviews, you know, well, obviously, but like I don't want to just like sit in that chair when I do it. And the other videos, like the one I'm doing for tomorrow, I never called Melissa. I'll call her when I get up in the morning, but the other video, or the video that I'm doing tomorrow, is one that like part of it is going to be shot in several different places, like the intro to the video, or the intro video that I did on that channel. And then the review, I can just sit someplace and just like show it and what I'm doing with it. But I want that to be someplace where like the light is really, really clear. And I don't, like I said, I don't want to sit in that chair. We need to buy a new chair. There's a couple things we need to invest in, but I'm like, right now, it's like, God, it could be so expensive. I started doing all that kind of stuff. And I actually looked on Wayfair because I liked our patio furniture that we got. Did I talk on here about how I thought that one cushion was bigger than all the rest? And okay, This is how stupid I am. And I went out there and I tried to adjust the cushion. Did I talk about this? I tried to adjust the cushions like several different times. And I was like, they sent us the wrong size cushion. But the day that they set it up, the guys, like, they set it all up and then they take a picture of it and then you have to approve it on this like iPad thing that they set it up right and everything came. And I looked at it and it was completely fine. I could not figure it out. Well, our cushions soak up water so bad that Alex has been taking the cushions off and like squeezing them out and like sitting them up so that like they can dry out the next day. So he put them back the other day and they're completely fine. I'm like, oh, so he got it figured out. I don't know how I didn't figure that out. Because I'm stupid. No, I'm not stupid. But anyway, I just have a hard time with some of that stuff. But I got on Wayfair because I want to get a chair and an ottoman. Like, I want to get rid of that chair and I want to get a new chair and a new ottoman. And I like was looking at chairs and ottomans and they're expensive on Wayfair and I didn't really see anything that I liked. So we have like a local furniture store here called Kittles. I'm gonna go to Kittles and go look and see what they have and get a new chair. Alex was like, how would you feel about getting a leather chair? I was like, I would be completely fine, but they're very expensive. He was like, well, what if we got one that was like faux leather? And I was like, yeah, that's totally fine. That would be cheaper. I think that would look nice in that area. Get like a leather chair and ottoman, like in that, where the chair is that I film now. Plus it would still look good for video, so. Not that anybody's looking at the chair anyway. Maybe I'll get online and look for that and see if I can find anything. Oh, the leaves are starting to blow. It must be windy outside. It's 58 now. All the leaves are blowing across the street right now. It's very spooky Halloween outside. And the goblins will get you if you don't watch out. You know, I was thinking about this house over here has purple and orange lights decorated for Halloween all over their trees. It's so cute. I was thinking on here about telling like scary stories and stuff. You know who would be really good to have to do a video about that would be Melissa and Aaron, because they went to all of those like Waverly and sanitariums, like was it Waverly Prison, Waverly Sanitarium? They do all those ghost hunting things, like where you go and stay overnight. Not just like the one that we did, but like other ones. Somebody said that we should go to the Lizzie Borden house. Are you crazy? No, I wouldn't do that. And that movie terrified me. Whichever was the last one that I saw. God, it was really scary. I don't know that I could do that. And the goblins will get you if you don't watch out. I think for Halloween, I'm going to go over to my brother and sister-in-law's and watch the kids trick-or-treat, because I'll probably go early enough, and then go over to Melissa and Jason's for dinner that night is what we're doing, which I'm excited about. Oh, the 19th, we're going to see Halloween, too. And we also have this, like, fundraiser thing that we're going to that night earlier. Alex and I are going with his friend and his friend's girlfriend, so that'll be fun. We've got a lot of things this month. And then like nothing in November. Is November like always kind of like a dead month for you guys too? Like not a dead month, but like November, like there's not really anything that we ever do. We never have like plans in November, which is kind of nice actually, you know. I've got like the basement, like, you know, I've been working on it for so long, getting like my mom's stuff out of there, getting my stuff organized and whatever, and Alex's stuff that's down there. And I have like for so long been working on that basement, and I'm like, I just need to take a weekend and just do the basement. Like, just go down there and just get it all done. Like, there's so many things down there now that like I haven't done anything with for like, I'm just like, I need to go down there and just get it all done. Just get it all done. And like take all the books to Half Price Books and start doing little by little by little by little, you know. If I dedicated like a whole weekend to that, I could probably get it all done. the thing is, like, okay, like when I'm looking at, like, next week I have Spookathon, so I want to spend the week reading. And then right now I'm like trying to finish the book that we're doing for the readathon, or the book club live stream on Sunday, which is Devil in the White City. I'm struggling with this book, you guys. I'm really struggling with it. I'm like, the next time that we go through and we pick the books that we're going to pick for Peter's book club, I'm picking books that I'm real excited to read, because I'm really having a hard time with this book. I don't know, it's kind of very historical. It's not bad, it's just not like the most interesting thing in the whole world to me. But anyway, and then we read You by Carolyn Kappas next, and I've heard that's good, so I'm excited about that. But so, like, I have Spookathon next week, and then you know, then we have Halloween that week. I want to try to get Fleetwood Mac tickets, but I have a feeling that won't happen because they're just so expensive at this point. And then we have something to do that next weekend. And then the following weekend, I don't know, maybe I'll do the basement in November, and until then we'll just, I always get an idea and then, like, I want to do it, like, right then, you know? But I can wait on it. If I go down there and just, like, organize all this stuff into, like, what I want to get rid of, I think I need to rent, like, a dumpster. Like, I know you can do it, but I think you can get, like, one of those collapsible dumpsters, too, that you can put in your driveway, and they come and they just pick it up and take it away. But, like, I have to have everything ready to go before I do that, because, like, right now it's not in the position to do that. Like, I have, like, boxes of books that need to be taken. I have, like, so many books that need to be taken to Half Price Books or Goodwill. The thing is, I have to go through, like, each book to make sure that there's not, like, things that I've, like, you know, put inside of it, like a note or something like that, or that my mom hasn't, you know, from her books and stuff like that. And a lot of the books that were my mom's are books that they're just, like, nobody is. You know what I just realized? I wanted to go to that Half Price Books fair at the fairgrounds, and I never went. But a lot of them are books that, like, are, oh my god, I almost had 20 minutes already. A lot of them are books that I like, my mom's books that are so old, you know, that I don't think... If you're out there and there is a book that you are looking for, that you're like, I've been looking for this book forever and I can't find it, put it in the comment section below. I may have it, and if I have it, I'd be willing to send it to you. Because I have so many books in my basement, and, like, I am so trying to get rid of this stuff. I don't know what to do with half the stuff that I have in my basement, and most of it's all just junk anyway, you know? I'm kind of at a point now where I can just throw a lot of stuff away. So, I don't know, maybe just over the next couple weeks I'll just, like, start loading up the trash bin. But our trash bin is huge, but we usually fill it every week with stuff, and there's not, like, a local trash place anywhere nearby. There's a place that you can take, like, boxes, and you can take, like, I think it's, like, plastic and stuff like that, but there's not, like, a local, like, place where you can just, like, dump trash, you know? I think you have to pay to, like, carry so much, and it's like, I mean, this car's not going to carry that much stuff in it, you know? Do you guys have a place like that where you live? We did it, like, when I moved out of my apartment. We borrowed Eric's pickup truck, Tanya's husband, and loaded it up with stuff, and then we went out to, like, the dump site, and you paid, like, $20 to dump as much as you could. And I think we came back there, like, we did it, like, twice, maybe, or something, I don't know, and just, like, literally just, like, back it in there, and then, like, they just take everything off of it. It was really easy. But it was out in the middle of nowhere. God, it's windy outside all of a sudden. This is the fall kind of weather I like. I was talking about that movie, Something Wicked This Way Comes. That is like one of my favorite fall movies of life. I love it. And A Lady in White. I really want to watch that movie this year. I haven't watched that movie in forever. I wonder if that road goes all the way through. I'm like trying to think about where I'm at. Do you ever do that? Do you ever wonder, like, you see a road somewhere and you're like, oh, but like I don't know that road here, but I know it like 10 miles up. Does it go all the way through? I was talking to my friend Valerie today on FaceTime, and I was down in the basement doing some stuff, and she's like, your basement is so big. And I was like, yeah, we have like a full basement, and it'd be really nice if we, like, you know, if all my shit was out of there, and then you know, we have a section where, like, we have like a L-shaped couch down there and a nice table and stuff that we could what do you call it, we could put I have like all my notes from high school and stuff, you guys. Is that not hilarious? That we have this, like, you know, area that we could have like a TV, and Alex and I talked about, you know, like putting like a nice rug down there and having like a little area where if like one of us wanted to watch a movie, we could just go down there. If we want to have a friend sleep over, they could sleep over down there and stuff like that. And all it takes is me getting all the stuff out of there. But it's like, there is just so much stuff down there. There's just so much stuff. Years ago, we had talked about like hiring a contractor and having them come down there and drywalling the basement and, you know, putting flooring down and stuff. We may still do that at some point. That was kind of like our wish before we like got a place in Florida. So we would have like another room down there, and then when we came and went, you know, like we could have like a storage place down there, and somebody could, like, you know, stay in our house while we were gone and whatever. Until I talked to my cousin, and she was like, yeah, you could probably get that done for $30,000-$40,000. I was like, holy shit. She was like, did you think it was cheap to hire a contractor? I said, no, but I didn't think it'd be that. My God. That's that kind of money, not me. But at the same time, I know this is going to sound so cheesy, the basement, okay, it shut off. But I was saying this is going to sound cheesy, but like our basement, very much like cement walls, cement floor. It looks like, you know, it kind of looks like a New York warehouse, like, you know, loft or something apartment. I don't know. But, you know, like, I mean, if we did put like, you know, these Oriental rugs that my mom has down there that like are, we couldn't sell them, they're not in good shape, but we could put them on the floor and have a little area set up, you know, where we had a TV and, you know, like could watch movies and stuff down there, and the laundry area set up, and then like I'd have a little filming area over there and a little desk where I could, like, you know, write and stuff. I think that would be so nice to have down there, you know. We'd have a whole workable space in the basement that would just be, I think it would be really nice, you know. So I'm gonna get on that, and not this month. This month I will prepare it, getting it ready to be hauled out of there, and then in November I'll figure out what I need to do. If I had it all ready to go, I could just get the dumpster and I could just like have it come and, you know, like, I think they can bring it like in the morning. Have you guys heard of these collapsible dumpsters I was talking about? I think they're like you could get one for like $100 or something that aren't huge, and you like, they're plastic, and you come and like you just put everything in there, and then they come and pick it up, and I think you can like get it in the morning and they'll pick it up later in the day or something like that, or over a weekend. And they just put it in your driveway, and then you have them, like, they come and take everything away. Isn't that perfect? Like, that would be great. I need to look into that and see. This thing is like tilting. What's going on? I need to look into that and see how that works. I think cleaning your area, like, that you live in, it's like very much like, you know, I think it helps like with your mind, the decluttering of all of that kind of stuff. I did not love that book that was called, oh shit, what was it called? The the art of tidying up. I didn't love that, but I do believe in that to some degree, you know, and like, I mean, for me, whenever I clean out a drawer or I clean out like a cabinet or whatever, I feel better. You know, do you guys ever feel that way? Like I feel like, oh, like, you know, I got rid of a lot of stuff. So I always do feel better when I do that. And I think like I've held on to a lot of stuff of like my mom's that like, you know, when Alex was going through the cabinet the other day and he was like, do you want to keep this? Do you want to keep that? I was like, finally I was just like, just throw it all out. Like there's nothing in there that I want. Because like the reality is if I haven't used it in 10 years and it's in this cabinet, I'm not going to use it. You know, that's why I was like, the only thing I want you to keep is the bread maker because that's the only thing I've used. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to, like at first he was like looking in there and we had like these containers that I remembered from a kid that we used to keep cookies in and stuff like that. And I was like, just throw it all out. Just throw it, because in 2 weeks I'm not going to remember anyway. Like that's the thing. It's just stuff. Like it is so just stuff. And you know, like in 2 weeks I'm not going to even remember that it's there. And in, you know, like Alex with clothes, okay, Alex goes through and he cleans his closet out like every 6 months and he'll ask himself, have you worn this in the last 6 months to a year? If he hasn't, he gets rid of it. And he donates it all or he gives it to family members like his brothers, right? Like his brother Carlos, he gives a lot of clothes to. So, and he goes through and he gets rid of stuff. And I don't. I hang on to everything, you know? And it's not like a hoarder thing. Like it's not anywhere near that whatsoever. It's very organized. It's an organized clutter. But at the same time, like with stuff with like my mom's, like I have a hard time throwing a lot of it away. Like there's this, like my mom has 2 entire dish sets, okay, that are beautiful, but I have never once used them. Look, what just happened to my hair? I have never once used them in the 11 years almost that my mom, she'll have been 11 years, you know, this upcoming year. So 10 and a half years, never once have I used these dishes. Not once. And yet whenever I see them, I always think to myself, well, if we have a dinner party, it might be, when are we having a dinner party that I'm going to be using these dishes? It's like, I need to just throw them out. Or I need to give them to somebody that would want them, you know, or something like that. So, it's ridiculous. Are any of you out there like that? Like you hold on to stuff, you know? Like these one plates, I would like dishes, they're beautiful. They have like fruit on them and stuff. And they have like this gold like trim around the edge of them. Like my mom loved these, like this pattern that she had. But like you can't put them in the microwave. Like I remember her saying that because like the gold on the edges of it, like you can't put it in the microwave. So it's not like a plate that people can like realistically use. Like it really would be for a dinner party and then you have to hand wash them. You can't even put them in the dishwasher. So it's like they're not even realistic to give to somebody. I'm like, okay, I just gotta get rid of this stuff. And it's just like, you know, at some point it just holds you down, right? But I have to say the other thing that like, that's hard is that there's like, there have been times that I have like gone through and done like a major like just cleansing of all of my stuff and gotten rid of a lot. And then like I look back and I'm like, where did I put that? Like I had all these Doc Martens at one time. And I went through a phase where I wasn't like wearing any of that stuff anymore. And so like I had a pair of these blood red Doc Martens that I got in London. And then another pair that were like bluish, I think. And I was like, I'm never gonna wear these. Like I haven't worn these in years. I'm never gonna wear them. And then like I gave them to Goodwill or something. And then I had this like oversized like hoodie that was like pattern that I had also gotten in London. It was all this stuff I had gotten in London. And I was like, I'm never gonna wear this and whatever. And then like a couple years ago, I was like, where, you know, I started like Doc Martens, people were wearing them again and I would see them around and I'd be like, where did all my Doc Martens go? And like I went down in the basement and I was like, oh yeah, I threw those out. And it's like the same thing like with Birkenstocks. Like I years ago had a pair of like green suede Birkenstock sandals, and I was like, I know I didn't throw those out. And so I went in the basement and I found them and I was like, oh, thank God. But like, that's the thing. Like if we cleaned out the basement, like I want to have one area that's devoted to like a closet. Like I actually want to have like Alex and I could even do this, just, you know, go to IKEA and buy like, you know, what do you call it, shelves, and then make our own hanging units. And then like, we wouldn't have to keep everything in the world, but we wouldn't have to like get rid of stuff either, like stuff that we, like shoes, like if we weren't sure we were gonna wear them again. I'm not talking about shoes that we wear every day, right? Like, I literally for, I mean, the last 6 months have worn nothing but these black plastic Birkenstock sandals that I got from DSW for like $39, $39.99, I think. It was probably the best purchase I've made of 2018. But, you know, like, shoes like that, that's like, okay, I haven't worn these in like 6 months, but I might want to wear them, you know what I mean? Because they're like a nice pair of shoe that I got and I wore like one time to something. Do you guys do that? I don't know. But then it's like, why am I holding on to this stuff? So it would be nice to have a little closet area down there too, you know, next to like where our laundry is, because a lot of our I like to have like a little folding table down there where we can fold stuff, and you know, I actually iron a lot of stuff, and so does Alex. Like before we're going to stuff, we'll always like, you know, iron like a button-down collared shirt or whatever, and so it would be nice to have, you know, that we have the ironing board down there, but we don't have it set. Well, we do have it set up, and it's like pushed up against the wall, and so yeah. So I think I'm gonna get that done, and I just realized I have no idea how long I've been vlogging now. I could have been vlogging for 2 hours, you guys. I don't think I have, but I have no idea because I forgot that I had vlogged this morning. Or not this morning, but this evening. How long did I vlog this morning? 30 or 40 minutes? And what's 48? Let's just say if I did like 40 minutes. I don't think it was that long, but let's say if it was. I'm almost at 50. I almost need to get gas. Let's say if it was at 40 minutes and then 48 would be 20. Oh God, am I almost at like an hour and a half, you guys? We're over that of vlogging. So anyway, I didn't honestly think I had anything to talk about tonight, and I've gone on and on and on. But you guys, thank you, because you've inspired me. You've inspired me to... There's my gas. I need to get gas. You've inspired me to get my basement done, and I have a whole vision of how I want it to look now. I want to have this little seating area where we can hang out there and watch movies. I want to have a writing den over there. I want to have a little studio for filming my review videos. I want to have a built-in little closet down there, and then I want to have my laundry room area all set up. So thank you for thank you for helping me get inspired with the basement. Yeah, so anyway, I'll let you guys go at this point. What was that? I'll let you guys go at this point. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go because I have no idea how long this vlog is gonna be, but I do know that it's over an hour, so I don't know. I haven't done it really. It's been like an hour and 12 minutes the last 2 days. I think it came up. Somebody said, I said this earlier, but somebody said this one was 20 seconds long than the other one. So I don't know how long this is. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week and getting ready for the weekend. Let me know what your weekend plans are. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.